Tonight, we would like to have discussions on Nepal's federalism as a basic and foundational concept. And we would like to investigate some of its institutions and processes. So our first speaker, Mr. Bishal Chalise, will highlight some of the aspects of the evolution of federalism in Nepal. Then he will bring the issues of the ongoing pandemic. So how different levels of government, of course there are three, federal, provincial, and local government, have been dealing with and working together to solve the problems of the ongoing pandemic. And then we will have the chance to listen to Mr. Manandhar, who will bring issues of principle of subsidiarity and the implication of such principles on managing the virus.
Nepal has a very long history of local governance that I think needs to be talked about. Like from the centuries, there has been a practice of local governance or the community management or the community participation in governance in Nepal in some form or the other. I mean, we can discuss about how autonomous they were or what is the effectiveness at different points in the history. But we are familiar with managing things at the local level. Even before 2015, the previous constitution has constituted some form of local bodies to deliver some public goods and services, and they were given some level of autonomy. But what the constitution in 2015 has done is it provided, I mean, of course, it created three layers of government, like at the federal level, of course, but 7 provinces and 753 local government. So the provincial construct is relatively new. As I said, like we have been practicing local governance for a long time, but the provincial construct is new addition to the structure. So we have like 3 tiers of government. But what needs to be highlighted here is that these 761 governments now, they are given a kind of shared autonomy, and to those subnational governments. When I say shared autonomy, what I'm trying to say is that they are not just responsible to deliver public goods and services or perform the executive services, executive form of government, but they are also given the legislative powers. So those subnational governments get policies, programs. Of course, they have to follow the federal rules and regulations, but they can go above and beyond those regulations or these standards. So they can do executive functions, they can deliver the executive functions, but they are also to be backed by the legislative function and some form of limited form of the judicial power.
That federalism has been partly successful in the crisis area. As I said, we always face crisis in Nepal, either an earthquake or a landslide, a flood or a COVID. This provided a governance exposure about the federal government's sort of inability to understand how they use the political structure that is already there from the constitution that is provided through a federalism, that is local government and provincial government. I understand at this point of time, just to make one statement, that provincial government did not have a capacity to manage it because they were not given a district hospitals. So they did have only, for example, one provincial government has only 5 bureaucratic expert staffs they had. So therefore they could not do much, but they did provide support to their local governments through 2 areas. One is to provide helicopters and other means of support to lift people if they had a coronavirus attack or they are serious ill. Second, they provided their fund to a local government.